Sideralis è il nuovo progetto che presento per 12 lune in compagnia di tre straordinari musicisti, Alexander Hawkins al pianoforte, Michael Formanek al contrabbasso, Gerry Hemingway alla batteria. È un progetto velatamente dedicato a John Coltrane, dico velatamente perché è una fonte di ispirazione, quella soprattutto del periodo che va da Ascension all'ultimo lavoro, Interstellar Space, ed è un omaggio a lui ed è come dire una ripresa dell'idea di integrazione tra la composizione istantanea, la libera improvvisazione insieme ad alcune tracce scritte apposta per questo contesto. È una musica che risente fortemente della personalità, dell'individualità di questi musicisti. È un progetto molto collettivo in cui non c'è nessun'altra linea direttiva se non quella di immaginare una costellazione in cui si muovono tanti soggetti, tante prassi strumentali che mi appartengono, che partono naturalmente dalla grande tradizione afroamericana, ma approdano poi naturalmente a un linguaggio che ha molto della contemporaneità. Ed è come una sorta di anello di congiunzione tra una musica fortemente organizzata e una musica invece in cui l'entropia, il senso del disordine e del caos ritrovano un'unità fino ad arrivare quasi alle soglie del silenzio.
I thought that it was going to be a great project to do, and what was really nice for me is to meet two new people that I'd never worked with before, Roberto and also Alexander, whose music I've listened to, but I've never been able to meet or work with them, and also to reacquaint myself with Gerry Hemingway, who I have been able to work with in the past and always loved playing with and making music with. And so, yeah, I'm thrilled to be here and to be in this great studio with Stefano and you and.
Oh wow! Well, I've been like a kid in a candy store all day. You know, I remember I used to listen to Roberto playing with all sorts of people, you know, the Instabile Orchestra, and I've listened to Gerry play with everybody, and I've listened to Michael play with everyone, and it's the first time I've had the opportunity to play with either of them, so I've been having an absolute party all day, actually.
A good example of music is what we're doing here, where we have the opportunity to come together from fairly far distances and find a way of enjoying the community of this expression. We all have different parts to our background that are unique to each one of us, and yet at the same time music brings us into a place where we can create a language of sound, a language of expression together. And so and this is without borders, this is without language. Some of us speak different languages, and it's music has this capacity to as far as the musicians themselves being together. And then here we are making something to give to our audiences, our listeners, that will be around forever. And I think this will reflect the feeling that comes from the nature of this process that we're enjoying at the moment.
I mean, what's really interesting after we've played for a day so far, and it's got a huge range. There's a huge range of different ideas. I mean, we've just put down a couple of takes of a very kind of almost an orthodox swinging jazz tune, and then the previous was almost this minimalist, almost the kind of minimalism you might expect from Viennese musicians a few years ago, and then we've had these sort of game pieces and some grooving pieces, some structured pieces, some very, very loose pieces. It's been I think we've covered quite a range of things, which has been nice. And for me, it's been great to play Roberto's music for the first time, because of course the previous occasion on which I played with Roberto was playing the music of Steve Lacy and Mal Waldron and so forth. So it's been great to play Roberto's own compositions.
Music, my thoughts about music is that music is a gift. I feel very blessed to have had the good fortune to have found it, and it has found me. And we somehow or another found a way to be a part of this grand tradition of making and creating music.
Yeah, the compositions are great. They're varied. There's a lot of different different ideas and different types of things to keep things flowing in different ways. And really interesting to bring out different sides of the musical personalities. Yeah, the music's great. I mean, and I think we're finding some really nice personality in them also, the pieces.
Wonderful vehicles for us to meet and find our language together, to find our expression together, and to make an interesting music. And some of these themes or ideas that we're working with are formalistically very defined. Some are much more open-ended, and all, I feel, do bring the personalities of each one of us forward, and also the composite personality of this group, which is only really come together now. Some of us, Michael and I believe this is the first time we play with Alex, although I know Alex for a while. I have yet to play with him. So, and otherwise, Michael and I have long history, and Roberto and I go back some years. So there's a little bit of that to be built from, but at the same time, we are really at the benefit of this music that Roberto has brought to us, to give us a place of juncture, a place of meeting, and a starting point from which we can emanate our adventure in this thing called music.